Welcome again to Game of Theories, where I introduce theories of management, administration, and leadership. This is episode 32. Today we'll explore achievement motive, a desire that motivates us to achieve our goals. The concept of achievement motive goes back to psychologist David McClelland's theory on acquired motives and has its roots in Henry Murray's theory of needs. In 1938, the psychologist Henry Murray revolutionized the field of personality theory with his work on needs theory, which posits that each person possesses a unique set of drives that can influence behavior. Murray defined a need as a drive that prompts an individual to engage in a particular behavior. Our needs act as a lens through which we view the world, shaping our perception and influencing what we pay attention to. We see what we want to see. Our needs are unconscious and play a significant role in defining our personality. Murray also suggests that frustration of those needs could lead to psychological pain. Murray argued that everyone has a set of basic universal needs, but that individual differences in the importance placed on those needs leads to a diversity of human personality. He also suggests that personality had a biological basis rooted in neurological processes. This is actually the focus of my research, the neural mechanism behind leaders' decision making. Our needs and environmental pressures or presses interact to create a state of internal tension or disequilibrium. To alleviate this tension, we engage in behaviors that reduce the pressure and fulfill our needs. Unlike Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs, Murray's needs are not arranged in a hierarchy, and individuals may be high in one and low in another. Behaviors may also meet more than one need, such as performing a difficult task for a group project to meet the needs of both achievement and affiliation. David McClelland refined Murray's theory by focusing on three basic motives that were central to understand human behavior in the workplace: the need for achievement, the need for affiliation, and the need for power. The achievement motive arises from a desire to excel, to master complex tasks, and to solve problems efficiently. The need for affiliation stems from a desire to establish and maintain warm, friendly relationships with others. The need for power originates from a desire to control and influence others. In my earlier video, I introduced power motive. Here I focus on achievement motive, how it drives workplace behavior and how it can predict success in management. According to McClelland, leaders who score high on the achievement motive are characterized by their self-confidence, willingness to take calculated risks, and taking a proactive approach to creating a structured work environment that supports their goals. Leaders with a high achievement motive are driven by personal achievement, and their pursuit of excellence is what sets them apart from their less motivated peers. Achievement motive is a powerful predictor of managerial success. In one study of 237 managers from the American Telephone and Telegraph Company, there was a clear association between achievement motive and the levels of promotion attained after 8 and 16 years. Interestingly, the study showed that achievement motive was more critical at lower levels of management than the ability to influence people when it comes to predicting success. Why might this be the case? One possible explanation is that at the lower managerial levels, individual contribution are more critical than at higher levels. Conversely, at the upper echelons of management, upward mobility is more dependent on the ability to manage others than the mere achievement motive. This study highlights the importance of achievement motive in predicting managerial success, but also underscores the nuanced nature of the relationship between motivational factors and organizational outcomes. Achievement motive is not exclusively an individual level construct. In his classic 1961 book, The Achieving Society, McClelland argued that some societies place a much greater emphasis on achievement than others. Societies with higher achievement motives tend to be more entrepreneurial and experience greater economic development. McClelland's theory of human motivation emphasized that acquired motives, achievement motive included, can be learned and acquired through socialization and culture. The values and norms of a culture shape the motives of its members, and these values are transmitted from one generation to another through social learning processes such as modeling and observation. As a result, our motives are sensitive to leadership training, meaning that they can be developed and refined over time through intentional effort. Given the established relationships between acquired motives and a range of behavioral and social outcomes, the assessment of motives can be an essential tool for organizations seeking to identify high performing managers and teams. It's recommended to incorporate acquired motives, including achievement motive, into personnel selection processes. No theory is perfect. Critics of McClelland's achievement motive have raised several concerns over the years. One major criticism is that achievement motive tends to oversimplify the complex nature of human motivation. Critics argue that the achievement motive is just one of many factors that drive human behavior and may not be the most important or relevant factor in all situations. For example, some leaders may be motivated by a sense of duty or obligation to their team or organization, rather than a desire for personal achievement. Similarly, factors such as social support, feedback, and external rewards may also influence motivation and behavior in the workplace. Another criticism is that the achievement motive may not be equally applicable to all cultures. Some researchers have suggested that the importance of achievement varies across different cultural contexts, and that the achievement motive may be less relevant in cultures that place a greater emphasis on other values, such as group harmony or social stability. For example, in collectivistic cultures, while group goals are prioritized over individual goals, leaders may be more motivated by a sense of duty to their team or organization rather than a desire for personal achievement. Third, some have argued that the way in which the achievement motive is assessed, such as through the thematic appreciation test, may not be reliable or valid. For example, different individuals may interpret the same thematic appreciation test images in different ways, leading to inconsistent or biased scores. Additionally, cultural differences in interpretation and response style may influence the accuracy of assessment. In order to advance the theory and better understand the complex interplay between motivation, personality, and behavior in the workplace, it's crucial for leadership researchers and practitioners to address these criticisms and engage in further theory development. This may involve exploring additional motives beyond achievement, considering the role of culture and context in motivating behavior, and using a range of assessment methods to better capture the nuances of individual motivation. By addressing these criticisms and advancing the theory, we can improve our understanding of what drives behavior in the workplace and develop more effective leadership strategies and management practices. Thanks for watching on this video on achievement motive. If you're interested in learning more about theories of management, administration, and leadership, be sure to tune in to my future videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. If you want to know more about how to build a theoretical framework for your research, I have published a book titled Demystify Theories, a workbook for developing theoretical frameworks of educational leadership research. The link of the book is in the description below.